All right, ready to dive deep into the world of magnesium.
Oh, absolutely. Always up for a good mineral exploration.
Well, we've got this fascinating article from the Times of India, and it's all about the lesser known facts about magnesium. I mean, we all know it's supposed to be good for our muscles and stuff, right?
Right.
But this article dives way deeper than that.
It does, and it gets pretty interesting, actually.
Like, did you know that magnesium is involved in like over 600 different bodily processes?
Yeah, and it's true. It's like this unsung hero working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep everything running smoothly.
It's kind of mind-blowing, really. I mean, I knew it was important, but 600 processes? That's wild.
It is. It is. And you know what's really fascinating is that it's involved in processes at the cellular level. Like, imagine magnesium as this tiny little worker bee buzzing around inside our cells and facilitating all these enzymatic reactions.
Okay, so I'm picturing these busy little bees making things happen, but break it down for me. What does that actually mean for our bodies?
Well, it means it's involved in everything from turning the food we eat into usable energy, helping our bodies build and repair DNA,
Mm.
and even playing a role in protein synthesis.
Protein synthesis. I vaguely remember that from biology class.
Yeah, that's basically the process of building the very structure of our cells. So magnesium is kind of essential for like everything.
Okay, so we're not just talking about strong bones and muscles here. This is like fundamental stuff that keeps our bodies functioning at the most basic level.
Exactly. And, it makes you wonder, what happens if we're not getting enough of this essential mineral? What if those little worker bees aren't getting the fuel they need?
Right. Like I know I've experienced those annoying muscle cramps before, so I know magnesium matters, but what else happens if our levels aren't optimal?
Well, those 600 processes we talked about, they start to feel the strain. It's like a factory running low on essential parts. Production slows down. Things can start to go wrong. Like, for example, let's talk about mood regulation. You know how magnesium is often touted as a relaxation mineral?
Yeah, for sure. I've heard that.
Well, there's actual science behind it. Magnesium helps regulate our levels of serotonin.
Serotonin, the happy hormone.
That's the one. But it goes even deeper than that.
Oh.
Tell me more.
Well, think of our brains as these complex electrical systems.
Okay, I'm following.
Magnesium acts like a circuit breaker, preventing those overload moments that lead to anxiety and stress.
That's a great analogy. Like, it helps keep things from getting fried.
Exactly. And it does this by binding to GABA receptors, which are like these little gateways that calm down nerve activity.
So basically, magnesium helps us chill out at a chemical level.
Pretty much. It helps our brains stay balanced and relaxed.
Hmm. That explains why a warm bath with Epsom salts, which are high in magnesium, can feel so relaxing.
Yeah, exactly. Your skin absorbs the magnesium and it works its magic.
But you mentioned heart health earlier, and I'm curious about that connection. Isn't heart health more about potassium? Potassium is definitely important for heart function, but magnesium plays a critical role too. Think of your heart as a powerful pump, constantly contracting and relaxing to circulate blood throughout your body.
Right.
Well, magnesium ensures those contractions are smooth and efficient, which helps regulate your heartbeat.
So it's like a conductor making sure the heart beats in rhythm.
Exactly. Keeps everything in sync.
Wow, I had no idea. So what about blood pressure? I always thought that was all about watching your salt intake.
Salt definitely plays a role, but magnesium is key too. You see, magnesium helps relax and dilate our blood vessels,
Okay.
and that allows blood to flow more easily, which reduces pressure. So if you're not getting enough magnesium, those blood vessels could stay constricted, which puts extra strain on your heart.
Okay, I'm starting to see how a magnesium deficiency could be a much bigger deal than just muscle cramps. This is all fascinating, but honestly a little concerning too.
It is a bit of a wake-up call, isn't it? And we're just getting started. Remember how you mentioned migraines earlier?
Yeah.
Well, magnesium plays a role there as well.
Really? I've heard all sorts of remedies for migraines, but never magnesium? Tell me more.
Well, imagine your brain having these electrical storms that trigger those debilitating migraine symptoms.
Oh, I've heard that analogy before. Makes sense.
Research actually suggests that people who suffer from chronic migraines often have lower levels of magnesium.
Interesting. So how does magnesium help?
Well, remember those GABA receptors we talked about, the ones that calm down nerve activity?
Yeah.
Magnesium's calming effect on our nervous system, thanks to those receptors, can actually help prevent those electrical storms from happening in the first place.
So it's like a natural shield against migraines?
In a way, yes. Pretty amazing, right?
That's incredible. I'm already rethinking my grocery list. But before we get to practical tips, there's something else this article mentioned. a link between magnesium and diabetes.
Absolutely. This is where things get really interesting. Think of your cells as locked rooms.
Okay, I like where this is going.
And glucose, the sugar from the food we eat, is the key to unlocking those rooms and providing energy.
Got it.
Insulin, a hormone produced by your pancreas, is like the key master. It helps glucose enter the cells.
Okay, I'm on the edge of my seat. Tell me, magnesium is the locksmith making sure the keys work properly.
You're closer than you think. Magnesium is like the lubricant that ensures those keys, insulin, turn smoothly in the locks cells.
I see. So if you don't have enough magnesium, those locks might get sticky, and it becomes harder for glucose to get into the cells.
You got it. And that can lead to insulin resistance, a key factor in developing type 2 diabetes.
Wow, it all makes so much sense now. Suddenly those muscle cramps seem like a minor inconvenience compared to the bigger picture of what magnesium does for our bodies.
Right.
I'm guessing this means a lot of us could be deficient.
You might be surprised to learn just how widespread magnesium deficiency is. Our modern lifestyles have kind of created a perfect storm for this issue.
Oh no. All right, lay it on me. What's
Yeah.
causing this magnesium drain?
Well, firstly, let's talk about our food.
Okay.
Modern farming practices have depleted the soil of essential nutrients, including magnesium. So even if you're eating your fruits and veggies, they might not be as nutrient-packed as they used to be.
Right, yeah, I've heard about that.
And then there's our love affair with processed foods, which are often stripped of their natural nutrients during processing.
And let's not forget the stress of modern life. That can't be helping.
You're absolutely right. Stress can deplete magnesium stores even further.
It's like we're fighting an uphill battle. So how do we even know if we're deficient? I know you mentioned muscle cramps, but are there other signs we might be missing?
Muscle cramps are a common one, but the tricky thing is magnesium deficiency can manifest in so many different ways. You might experience fatigue, insomnia, irritability, even anxiety.
So it's easy to brush those symptoms off as just everyday stress or part of getting older.
Exactly. And that's why it's so crucial to be aware of the potential signs and talk to your doctor if you suspect you might be deficient. But here's what's really fascinating.
What's that?
Magnesium doesn't work alone in our bodies. It's part of this complex web of interconnected nutrients. And its relationship with vitamin D is particularly interesting.
Okay, spill the tea. How do magnesium and vitamin D work together?
Well, it turns out that vitamin D actually helps our bodies absorb magnesium more efficiently. Think of it like this.
Hold on, before you give the analogy,
Sure.
this means that if we're not getting enough vitamin D, our magnesium levels could be suffering even if we're eating all the right food.
Exactly. And it works both ways. Having adequate levels of vitamin D can enhance your body's ability to utilize the magnesium you consume.
Okay, now I need that analogy.
All right, so imagine vitamin D as the welcoming committee, making sure magnesium gets VIP access into your cells.
I love it. So soaking up some sunshine can actually boost our magnesium levels.
That's right. But it's not just about sunshine and magnesium-rich foods. We also need to be mindful of other nutrients that can affect magnesium absorption.
Oh.
Well, calcium is a big one. It's essential for bone health. But high levels of calcium can actually hinder magnesium absorption.
Wait, really? I always thought they worked together.
They do play roles in some of the same bodily functions like bone health, but when it comes to absorption, it's more of a balancing act. If your calcium intake is high, it's even more crucial to ensure you're getting enough magnesium to balance it out.
Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. Balance is key.
Precisely. And to make things even more interesting, the article dives into different types of magnesium, each with its own unique benefits.
Now we're talking. This is what I love about these deep dives, getting to the actionable stuff.
Right.
Tell me more about these different types of magnesium and what they can do.
Well, the article mentions Dr. Josh Axe. You know him. He's done a lot of work in this area, and he highlights magnesium glycinate.
Okay, magnesium glycinate.
It's known for its calming properties. It's like a gentle lullaby for your muscles and mind.
So if I'm dealing with those pesky leg cramps at night or just struggling to unwind before bed,
Yeah, exactly.
magnesium glycinate might be my new best friend.
It could be. It could be. It's great for relaxation and sleep, and it's highly bioavailable,
Bioavailable meaning.
meaning your body can easily absorb it and put it to good use.
Gotcha. Efficient.
Now, if you're looking for something to, like, sharpen your focus and boost your brain power, magnesium lacquenate might be more up your alley.
Oh, magnesium lanthanate for brain power.
This one's fascinating. It can actually cross the blood-brain barrier.
The blood-brain barrier, that's like the fortress protecting our brains,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So it gets in there and supports memory and cognitive
You
function.
should get brain power upgrade. So cool.
Right.
It seems like there's a magnesium match for just about every need.
There really is. It's way more nuanced than I ever realized.
I'm definitely going to have to do some more research and see which type is right for me.
Absolutely. And that's the beauty of it. You have options. There are even forms of magnesium specifically beneficial for heart health, digestion, bone strength, blood pressure regulation, you name it. It's really a starting point for further exploration.
It really is. It's like opening a door to a whole new world.
Yeah.
Speaking of exploration, what stands out to you most from what we've covered so far?
I think what's really striking is the widespread nature of magnesium deficiency.
Yeah.
It's almost like a silent epidemic,
Yeah.
with so many people experiencing these symptoms without realizing the root cause could be this one mineral.
It's like a hidden health crisis in plain sight.
Mhm.
And it really highlights how interconnected everything is. Our modern lifestyles, the way we farm, the food we eat, even our stress levels. It all contributes to this deficiency.
Exactly, exactly. It really underscores the importance of being mindful of our nutrient intake.
Right.
We can't just assume we're getting everything we need from our diet,
Uh-huh.
especially with the depletion of nutrients in our soil and the prevalence of processed foods.
So what can we do about it? Should we all be taking magnesium supplements?
That's a great question, and it's definitely something you should discuss with your doctor. But a great starting point is incorporating magnesium-rich foods into your diet.
Okay, give us the goods. What are some delicious ways to boost our magnesium intake naturally?
Well, think leafy greens like spinach and kale, almonds, avocado,
Oh, avocado, love it.
even dark chocolate.
See, getting enough magnesium doesn't have to be a chore. I love the reminder about dark chocolate. Always a win in my book.
Absolutely. And remember, it's not just about the amount of magnesium you consume, but also about ensuring your body can actually absorb and utilize it properly. That's where that synergy with vitamin D comes in.
Right. So soaking up some sunshine and getting enough vitamin D can actually help our bodies use the magnesium we're getting from food.
Exactly. And being mindful of calcium intake is important too.
Yeah, right.
Like if you're taking calcium supplements, for instance, it's crucial to make sure you're getting enough magnesium to balance it out.
Okay, I'm taking notes. Balance is key. What about these different types of magnesium, though? How do we know which one is right for us? I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with all these options.
It's understandable to feel overwhelmed. And that's why it's so important to remember that this is just a starting point.
Yeah.
It's about empowering you with knowledge so you can make informed decisions about your health. So if you're curious about which type of magnesium might be best for you, a healthcare professional can help guide you based on your individual needs, health goals, all that.
That's reassuring. So it's not about self-diagnosing or rushing out to buy a bunch of supplements. It's about taking this knowledge and having a conversation with your doctor.
Exactly. It's about taking ownership of your health and being an active participant in your well-being. This deep dive is giving you that foundation of knowledge, and now it's about taking that next step and applying it to your own life.
This has been such an eye-opening deep dive. I feel like I've gained a whole new appreciation for this often overlooked mineral. It's amazing how something so tiny can have such a profound impact on our overall health and well-being.
It really is remarkable, isn't it?
Right.
Magnesium is truly an unsung hero. It's working tirelessly behind the scenes to keep so many bodily systems functioning optimally. And to think, we probably wouldn't even know half of this stuff if we hadn't gone on this deep dive.
Yeah.
It just goes to show there's always something new to discover, always something new to learn.
And speaking of exploring, what are you most eager to learn more about after this deep dive? What questions has this sparked for you?
Oh, there's so much. But I think for me, the connection between magnesium and heart health really stood out.
Yeah, that was pretty mind-blowing.
Like the idea that this mineral could actually play a role in preventing serious heart issues. That's huge. I'd love to really dive deep into the research on that.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I'm also really curious about the different types of magnesium and their specific benefits. I want to figure out which one would be best suited for my needs. It's like there's so much to explore now.
Right. It's like choose your own adventure for magnesium.
Exactly. You get to pick the path that aligns with your health goals. It's pretty cool when you think about it. And that's what makes us so empowering, right? We're not just passively absorbing information. We're actually engaging with it and using it to make informed decisions about our health.
Absolutely. And that's the ultimate goal, isn't it? To take this knowledge and actually apply it to our lives in a meaningful way.
Totally. So as we wrap up this deep dive into the world of magnesium, what's one key takeaway you hope our listener will remember?
That's a good question. I think the biggest takeaway is that magnesium is way more than just a muscle mineral. It really is.
It really is.
It's this multifaceted nutrient that impacts our mood, our heart health, our sleep, our energy levels. It's truly essential for optimal health and well-being.
Yeah, you said it. It's like magnesium is the ultimate multitasker, working behind the scenes to keep so many systems running smoothly. And you know what's really exciting? I feel like we're just beginning to understand the full scope of its potential. Like there's still so much more to uncover.
Oh, absolutely. There's so much research still being done and so many avenues to explore. This deep dive has really just scratched the surface of what magnesium can do.
It makes you wonder what other hidden gems are lurking in the realm of nutrition, just waiting to be uncovered, you know?
Right. It's a reminder that we should never stop learning, never stop questioning, and never underestimate the power of these tiny but mighty nutrients. They impact our health in such profound ways. It's amazing.
So, as we wrap up this magnesium adventure, what's one final thought you'd like to leave our listeners with? Something to ponder, something to inspire further exploration.
I'd encourage everyone listening to think about their own relationship with magnesium. Like, are you getting enough? Could some of the things you're experiencing be related to a deficiency? This deep dive has given you the knowledge. Now it's time to apply it to your own life.
Right, see what the positive changes you can make.
Exactly.
I love that. Knowledge is power, but it's only truly powerful when we use it. So go forth, dear listener, and embrace the mighty magnesium. Your body will thank you.